and welcome back. In this episode of Clipping with Liveryman, we are going to talk you through how we clean our clippers and our blades after a long and busy day of clipping. First up, we have our Liveryman Nova trimmer. We can clean this trimmer by removing the blade, we push it back and pop it off, and then we are able to clean inside the blade by pulling back the lever and removing any hair. We would also clean inside the trimmer if there is any loose hairs that have got caught before popping the blade back on and pushing it until closed. Next up, we have the Liveryman Classic Trimmer. We clean this trimmer by removing the blade and brushing off any loose hair. If any hair remains in the blade or the trimmer, we can use our Liveryman Blade Wash to spray in and on the blade and remove any extra loose hairs. Next up, we have the Liveryman Harmony Plus Clipper. We are going to remove this blade so we can clean inside. We push up the red lever and pull the blade backwards gently, sliding the blade off the blade lever. If the blade lever snaps back into the clipper, you would need to pull this back gently using a flathead screwdriver. Now that the blade is removed, we can brush out any excess hair from the trimmer itself, and if needed, use our blade wash. Once the clipper itself is clean, we move on to the blade. We brush any loose hair off before spraying with our blade wash. Another key thing to note is you can move the cutter slightly to also remove any additional loose hairs that remain inside the blade itself. We do not recommend that you unscrew or push the blade too far, as this will cause problems and should only be done by your blade sharpener. To put the blade back on the Harmony Plus clipper, you slide the blade onto the blade lever and raising up the red lever at the bottom of the clipper, push the blade on gently until you hear one click. You then need to double click by pressing it again firmly, and that's when your blade will be in place. The final machine that we're going to show you how to maintain is the Liveryman Black Beauty. With this clipper, there are two main aspects that you need to clean. The first is the air filter at the back. You remove this by sliding it to the left, where you can brush out any hair that has managed to get inside the clipper, and also cleaning the filter itself before sliding it back on and locking it into place. Next up, we're going to clean the blades. We do this by removing the black screw, the spring, and taking out the large screw from the back, placing them in a safe place. Then we will remove the blades one by one. Once this is removed, we can see inside the clipper. We will brush out any loose hair and use our blade wash to give it a clean. Next up, we clean our blades by brushing off any loose hair and placing them back on. Next up, we're going to show you how to remove the blades from the Black Beauty clippers and clean inside. You remove the tension nut, the spring, and the bolt from the back of the clipper, placing them in a safe place. Then you will remove both blades, brush out any loose hair from inside the clipper, and spray with blade wash if required. You will then clean your blades by removing any loose hair and spraying with the blade wash if necessary. Place them back onto the clipper and make sure they are all aligned. Put the bolt into the back of the clipper, holding this safely in place as you turn your clipper over. Apply the spring and the tension nut and screw into place. We hope this has helped with your clipper maintenance. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.